Hey guys, let's talk about skiffs. In this video I will compare 3 designs against my new build requirements list. I want to thank you all for the hundreds of comments on the previous video to help me choose my skiff. From all the designs mentioned, other than the one I already had in my head, 3 stood out by the number of times they were suggested. So we're gonna have a 3 skiff shootout. But I also have another 2 I want to throw in here as a bonus. One which isn't really a skiff in the sense that it doesn't have a flat bottom, it can't plane, so it's not a fast boat, but it was mentioned quite a few times and it's beautiful, so that will be here only quickly. And another one is, well, I'm going to put in here just by sheer looks. I just love the design, but I know it does not fit or check all the boxes, but it's still an honorable mention. So these 5 boats are First Mate, Argie 15, Jimmy Skiff, Tenderly Dinghy and the V448. These were all suggested by you, so let's have a closer look at each one of them one by one. The Whitehall and the dory type of skiffs or dinghies were also suggested, but I believe that these type of hulls are not that fast and they are a nightmare to recover after a capsize due to poor or even inexistent flotation. So they are a straight no, sorry guys. Everything on this video is about analyzing these designs against my needs. It doesn't mean that any of these dinghies are rubbish or faulty or not worth building. No, none of that. I'm sure they will be someone's ideal boat and will fit their needs perfectly. They just don't fit my needs. So let's start with the odd ones out, and I mean no disrespect in any way. So first, the Tenderly Dinghy. An absolutely beautiful little boat, but it doesn't look that easy to build, to be honest. Fast it sure isn't, because I'm pretty sure it won't plane. As for simple rig and single sail, I give you that, because that is top marks for sure with the balanced left sail. Carries 4. And before I go on here, this requirement generated quite a bit of confusion on the groups and forums. Although I suspect mainly from people who didn't watch the video in its entirety, yeah, something like that. They didn't watch the full video and instead just skipped to the end. The requirement is not for the boat to sail efficiently with 4 people aboard. No, none of that. I just want to be able to accommodate 4 people at a pinch and sail on a good day in the estuary to Rat Island or Rosario Beach. We're talking a 1 mile, maybe 2 mile trip in calm waters. It does not have to be a rocket with 4 people on board, okay? So back to the Tenderly Dinghy. So it carries 4. Nah, I don't think you can fit 4 persons, let alone sail with them aboard. So it's a no on that one. Spacious, well, not really, it's a small little boat, so it cannot be that spacious. High freeboard and light to launch by hand. Well, good marks here because it has a very good freeboard. One of the best actually, especially on a small boat, and it's light, so you can easily launch it down the ramp. Fun to sail, and I hear you. Sailing is fun regardless of what boat one's on, but in my books, if it doesn't plane, it can't be that fun. So this one doesn't, it's a big no. Built-in bed. Well, again, people might not have watched the full video where I explained that it only needs to have space for 1 person to sleep on an inflatable mattress. And as a joke, I said, just put a mattress on an inflatable mattress and sleep. So let's call it built-in bed frame. So my bad, let's change this to room to sleep 1, something like that. And I can't see any way I can sleep aboard the Tenderly Dinghy without any added frame structure or some folding bed or whatever. So another no for that one. And this analysis will be valid for other designs like the Morbig 11, the Peapod, etc, etc. All small boats with the round hulls that won't plane, that are too small to sleep aboard. They just not, I would not consider them. Now the next design is here because I would love to build one of these someday, and that's the V448. It's not simple to build, not as simple as the other dinghies, of course. It sure is fast. I mean, look at it. If it has enough sail area, this thing will fly. Cheap to build. Well, it's probably more expensive than the other ones because I suspect you will need at least 8 sheets of plywood to make this boat, if not more. But again, I can find no info on that. And for $370 for the plans, those are some expensive dinghy plans. I would say I would spend more money buying the plans than buying epoxy resin. So that's a bit on the high side. Right, let's move on quickly. Simple rig and simple sail. Yeah, I would say checks both boxes. Cartoppable, no chance. At over 300 pounds and 6 feet beam, you can't carry that on a small car. High freeboard, not bad at all, and as it has side decks, that kind of increases it in a way, so that's all right. Light to launch, well, it might be on the limit for one person to drag it up a ramp, but still doable. Fun to sail. Well, look at the thing, that hull is awesome. With a big sail, that thing will fly. Next, room to sleep, 1. Well, this actually has room for 2 to sleep, so they say. So that's top marks on that one. Built-in flotation, plenty of it, and it's self-draining as well, so no problem there. No whaling, top marks on this one. With so much flotation and the self-draining feature, this thing has no water in it after capsize. So these 2 were the honorable mentions, but don't come close to what I need. I just thought I should talk about them. Okay, let's start the shootout then. Let's talk about 3 skiffs. And here I'll try to give a score on each requirement, 1 to 5, 5 being the best. Starting with first mate. Simple to build. It does look simple enough. Fast. Well, it's no slouch, but with 76 square feet sail, I don't think it will plane unless it's in a storm. Cheap to build. Apparently 6 1/4 sheets and 1 1/2-inch sheet, so it should be about average. Simple rig and single sail. Well, check if you choose the balanced lug option, of course. Although the sail is a bit small, at 76 square feet, I believe. I'd rather have a big sail that I can reef when it gets rough than have no sail or not enough sail in calmer conditions. So I will not give it a 5 score here, I will deduct 1 point for that, sorry. Carries 4. I know it can take 3, but can it still take 4 in sail? Yeah, probably can. Come on, it's only 1 mile, 3.2, so let's say yes, it can carry just. So not a 5, but let's give you some points on that. Cartoppable. I can't find any info on that, believe it or not, but judging by the 7 sheets and being one of them 1/2 inch, I would say at least 170, 180 pounds, and that is about what my car can take on the rooftop. But then I would still need to put all the spars, including mast and everything. So it's just on the brink, or maybe not doable. So bad score on that one. Spacious, not much different from my Goat, with a clean and uncluttered layout. High freeboard. Scores well here, with the presence of the side decks, which in a way can increase it further. Fun to sail. It looks quite lively and I'm sure it's good fun, but can it reach 12 knots? I'm not quite sure on that, but room to sleep. Well, if you build the sliding bench, side benches, they can be used as a bed frame. So not exactly what I wanted, but it's good enough. Built-in flotation. Again, I can't find any info on this, but judging by the bow compartment and the aft compartment as well, can't be too far off the Goat, and that's about 300 liters. Not enough for what I want. I'm looking for 600 liters. And guys, it's not 600 pounds, it's 600 liters. That's 1,300 and something pounds of built-in flotation. Yes, it's quite a lot. That's what my Goat Island Skiff has at the moment. No bailing. Well, judging by the videos I've seen on YouTube, that thing has a ton of water after writing it up. So that's not what I want. Not very good marks on that one. Let's move on to the next one. The RG15. Simple to build. It looks a bit more complicated than the first mate, if all the watertight compartments and seats are built. So yeah, average I would say. Fast. From the videos I saw, it looks like it might reach planning speed in a good wind, so that's not bad. Cheap to build. 8 sheets for the option mentioned above. Make it a bit more expensive than the other boats, but not too bad. Simple rig. Well, any rig which needs shrouds and a stay for any cartoppable design is just more time rigging when you get to the launch side other than being sailing. So if you want a comparison, I can rig my goat and launch it in 5 minutes or less. Actually, it takes me more time to take the cover off than to put the mast up. So single sail, nope. So not much to say here. Carries 4, well, here the RG15 shines. You can put a ton of people in that thing. So top marks. Cartoppable, no chance. At 220 pounds for the design or for the option with all the seats and the flotation tanks and a 6 feet beam, there is just no way I can car top that. Spacious, top marks again. This thing is huge. Fun to sail. It looks like a fast boat and I don't think it can manage 12 knots, but I'm pretty sure that thing will plane with a good wind. Sleeping room, again, top score for the Argie with well over 6 feet space to lie down. No bailing. Well, with all those side tanks, if he doesn't turtle, I bet there won't be much water left in the boat, so good marks on that as well. The RG15 was actually on my shortlist before I built my Goat Island Skiff. I didn't choose it at the time because I wanted to cartop my boat and because I was in love with the Goat Island Skiff lines as well. But so I have never cartopped my goat, but I do not regret it for 1 second having chosen the Goat Island Skiff. That thing is a pocket rocket. And is so versatile. Now that I've done all my mods, I wouldn't choose another boat for my first build. That was perfect. And finally, the Jimmy Skiff. Simple to build. It's not that hard, I would say. It's probably a little bit more complicated than the first mate due to the side benches, but then again, it's very doable. Fast. It could be fast, but with such a small sail, I don't know. Cheap to build, well, I can't find materials list, but I'm guessing between 6 and 7 sheets of plywood for that. Simple rig, well, no shrouds or stay, but the track on the masts kind of complicates a DIY project that could be simpler. Single sail, well, theoretically you should have five marks on this one, but on the first video I explained I wanted a balanced lug sail. So although it has a single sail, I'm going to deduct 1 point on this one. Sorry again. Carries 4. Well, with the maximum payload of 525 pounds, it should not carry 4. Cartoppable. At 14 feet with the hull weight of 150 pounds, yes, it's cartoppable. Just. Spacious. For a boat this size, I'll give it a 4 because it has a very clean layout. High freeboard. Not as much as the RG15, but not bad at all for a smaller boat again. Light to launch, no problem here. Fun to sail, well, I'm afraid I can't see it. I don't think it will go fast. The rig is just not my cup of tea at all. It's probably something I would never choose. But we can all like yellow. Sleeping space, not bad for the smaller boat, although not that wide, so not full marks. Built-in flotation, again no info on this, but I believe that with the long watertight benches and the bow compartment, it might actually reach the 600 liters I'm looking for. And with that much flotation, I don't think there will be much water left after a capsize. And the winner of this shootout is the Jimmy Skiff 2. Very close call with the Argie 15, but the Argie would be out of the equation straight away because it's not cartoppable, which is the single most important requirement for the new build, because I already have one boat that is not cartoppable. So Jimmy Skiff 2 moves on to the next shootout, the final shootout, with another 2 designs still to be revealed. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. You can also help with the new build by buying me a coffee, link in the description below. Every little cup helps. And guys, these are all great boats and they have proven it over the years. Again, the scores here are just my interpretation of the designs, videos and available info of boats that I have never sailed, so your opinion might be very different. I wish more info was made available in general for all boats before you could choose a design. I mean, stuff like materials list, that's basic. You need to know what you're gonna use on the build, weight, built-in flotation, max payload, etc. This should be visible on every website selling plans for every boat, but it's not. I can't see myself buying plans for a boat that I don't know all the details beforehand. It's like buying something blind, isn't it? And don't make me pay for study plans that in some cases don't even contain the info I just mentioned above. What's that all about? Come on guys, get those specs on the site together with the plans so we can make a decision, an informed decision, before we even buy study plans or any other kind of plans. Anyway, if you have a different view on any of these designs, or if I showed some wrongful information, please let me know in the comments below. That's all for this week guys, stay safe and I'll see you soon.